Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I still remain Dami, and today we're going to be talking about something that every relationship faces at some point, which is conflicts. Whether it's a minor misunderstanding or a heated argument, conflicts are completely normal. What matters most is how we handle them. How do you handle conflict? So in this video, I'll be sharing practical tips on how to resolve conflicts without breaking up. Let's get into it. Now, firstly, you need to acknowledge that conflicts are normal. Some people say conflicts are not normal, but conflicts are very normal. I want us to normalize having disagreements in relationship. I tell you, no matter how perfect a relationship looks on the outside, there will always be differences. Do you know why? Because we are unique individuals with different perspectives, different upbringing. But you know the good news? Conflicts, when resolved the right way, it can actually strengthen your bond. When you resolve conflict the right way, it can actually make your relationship become much more stronger. Before we dive into the tips, let's quickly touch on what causes most conflict. What do you think causes most conflict? Number one, miscommunication. When you're saying one thing but your partner is hearing another thing, when there is miscommunication, conflicts must arise. When you're saying something and your partner is translating it to another thing, so miscommunication always causes conflicts. Number two, differences in expectations or values. You guys are two individuals coming together, so definitely you have different expectations and different values. It causes conflicts. Number three, external pressure like work stress, finances, or even family interference. When you are very, very stressed from the work, you can sometimes transfer aggression, which causes conflict. But you know the thing? Recognizing the root cause of your disagreement can make it easier to address them. When you sit and analyze what is the root cause of this conflict, it makes it much easier for you to be able to tackle those conflicts. Now let's get into the tips of resolving conflicts. Number one, listen to understand, not to respond. Have you ever been in an argument where you are just waiting for your turn to speak? I'm sure most of us, we've all been there. But the key is to really listen to your partner. Don't be quick to speak. Try to understand their feelings and their perspective in how they see things, instead of planning how to fire back. Let's give for example. Instead of you saying, "You are wrong, babe, you are wrong, you did not do this one, you did not do that one," why not say, "I've heard what you are saying, but I would like to understand better. Can you explain better?" I think that goes a very long way. Number two, express yourself calmly. I'm sure most of us women, we shout when expressing ourselves, but trust me, when you shout, it solves nothing. Why not use "I feel" statements to communicate your emotions without blaming your partner? For instance, instead of saying, "You never make out time for me, you never there for me," why not try using this one? "Babe, I feel neglected when you don't spend time together." It makes a huge difference. When you tell him like that, it makes a big, huge difference. But when you shout, he shouts, nothing is solved. Number three, take a break if needed. Mm, you see, sometimes emotions run very high, and it's okay to take a pause, but don't just walk away without saying anything. Instead, you can say something like, "Babe, I'm feeling overwhelmed. I can't talk right now. Can we please take a break and talk about this later?" But make sure you actually come back to resolve it. Like me now, take for example me, once I get angry, I don't talk, I just walk away. I'll tell you, okay, please, let me just go. Then when I'm calm, I come back to talk so that I don't say things that will spoil things. So do what works for you though. Number 4, focus on the problem and not the person. It is very important to remember that you guys are on the same team. So instead of attacking your partner with statements like, "You are so careless, you are so this, you are so that," why not focus on the issue and ask, how can we make sure this doesn't happen again? You see, in most conflicts, most people focus on the person and not the problem, and that is why the conflict don't get resolved. Number 5, compromise and work together. I tell you the truth, relationships thrive on teamwork. You must be willing to meet halfway and find solutions together. For example, if you are arguing about finances, why not sit down, create a budget together, instead of blaming each other for overspending? Instead of saying, "You overspend," you sit down together. Okay, this is what we need. Create a budget for overspending. It goes a long way. Number 6, apologize and forgive. Finally, if you are in the wrong, don't hesitate to apologize sincerely. And when your partner apologizes, let it go. Don't keep grudges. I tell you, forgiveness is the key to moving forward. Most of us find it hard to say sorry. And when the person finally says sorry, we find it hard to let it go. We always come back on it. We always make a reference to it every day. Learn to forget. Learn to forgive. And if conflicts keep repeating or feel too overwhelming, do you know it is okay to seek help from a counselor or a therapist? It really doesn't mean your relationship is failing. It just means that you are committed to making it work. I'm sure most Nigerians, we don't believe in seeing a therapist or a counselor. We think it's Oyibo stuff. No. In a relationship, when it's not working, seek a therapist or a counselor, especially for the married ones. Make sure you seek a counselor or a therapist. And I'm sure with all these tips, conflict will not break your relationship. Thank you so much for watching. I hope these tips help you resolve conflict in a healthy way and build a stronger and happier relationships. Remember, it is not about avoiding arguments, but learning how to handle them with love and understanding. Because I tell you, arguments will surely come. Arguments will surely come. But how you tackle it really matter. How you tackle it really matter. So if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And I would love to hear your thoughts. You can drop your conflict resolution tips in the comments below. Until next time, do take care of yourself.